Hey guys, Luke here, and we're here to preview round 22 Super Saturday. So the games from Super Saturday. Start with the first one, which is the Knights and the Storm, and go into Cowboys vs Tigers, and then Eels vs Raiders. So here we go, we're going to go straight into the Knights vs Storm, which is the first game, 5:30 PM. It'll be on Fox Sports. Team lineups are as follow: Kurt Gidley, Chanel Madiutia, Dane Gagai, Joey Leilua, Akila Uate, Jarryd Mullen, Tyrone Roberts, Kate Snowden, Adam Clydesdale, Willie Mason, Beau Scott, Robbie Rocco, Jeremy Smith, and their bench is Travis Waddell, Corbin Sims, Adam Cuthbertson, David Farlongo, and their 19th man is Chris Houston. So the Storm, there's follows: Billy Slater, Cesar Wonga, Will Chambers, Mahe Whenua, Marika Korobidi, Ben Roberts, Cooper Cronk, Jesse Bromwich, Kevin Smith, Brian Norrie, Kevin Proctor, Ryan Hoffman, Ryan Hinchcliffe, and then their bench is Tim Glasby, Tohu Harris, Kenny Bromwich, Jordan McLean, and Dane Weston. And obviously this it's not a full-on grudge match, but there is a possibility that some of the Knights players will be a bit fired off for this game, considering that the Alex McKinnon injury did happen against the Storm. No one's saying that it was the dude's fault, but yeah, it's just something worth noting. So you know, they might say on the outside that they have no feeling towards the Storm, but there is a chance that they might be a little bit annoyed, a little bit fired up or so. But it remains to be seen. It's just speculation. It was just something that came to my head just then. Probably nothing, but whatever. So Kurt Gidley's gone back to fullback. I think Kurt Gidley's past it, to be honest. I think they should have tried just persevere with the young Madiutia lad, because Kurt Gidley is not the player he once was, and I definitely think he's a waste at. Well, to be fair, I don't know what his position is. He doesn't really suit any position. He has played fullback in the past and he was okay, but this day and age I just don't think he suits it, and he'll probably get injured or something, like do his hemi or something like first 10 minutes and they'll be stuffed. Yeah, and they also, it doesn't go well for Knights considering how bad they were last week. They were terrible. They got smashed by the Rabbitohs. Yeah, no excuses, that was terrible. The Storm, on the other hand, quite impressive the last few weeks. They've been very strong. And it kind of fits in with the whole thing of once Origin's over, the big three turn on. I guess you could throw Hoffman in there and a few others who played Chambers as well. All the Origin lads, they seem to be focused 100% on Origin, trying to get their place, or for the like Smith and all that, they're guaranteed, so they don't need to be trying to play out of their skin to keep their spots or anything. So it was guaranteed that they're going to play, so they can sort of just coast up to the Origin series, make sure they don't get injured, but at the same time just making sure they're in the 8, they're not too far behind, because once Origin's over they turn it on, and they turn it on pretty well, as you've seen in the last few weeks. Also Ben Roberts, I think people have got to give a hand for him. He's doing what he's supposed to do. We all know how good he can be. We also know how bad he can be at the same time as well. He's a Rocks and Diamonds player, but with Cooper Cronk calling the shots, he's throwing a lot more diamonds out this year. So I think good on to Ben Roberts. I have to keep this nice and short. I pretty much just think the Storm are gonna destroy the Knights. Sorry for the Knights fans, but I think even they'll be able to admit that the Knights don't stand. They're not. I don't think they're a big chance in this game. I mean, there is the potential for an upset. It's at Hunter Stadium, so playing in front of the home fans. But I think their big moment this year was against the Roosters a few weeks ago, and I can't see this stuff happening again. But I have to wait and see. But I'm predicting a 13+ for Storm. The next game is the Cowboys versus the Tigers. It's at 7:30 at 1300 Smile Stadium. So we're going to go with the Cowboys lineup, which is Michael Morgan, Tautau Moga, Matthew Wright, Kane Linnett, Antonio Winterstein, Robert Louis, Jonathan Thurston, Matt Scott, Rory Koch-Jason, Ashton Sims, Tarek Sims, Jason Taumalala, and Glenn Hall. Their interchange bench is Ray Thompson, Scott Bolton, Gavin Cooper, Sam Hoare, and John Asiata as 18th man. Goes to the Tigers lineup, which is Mitchell Moses, Keith Lalia, Tim Simona, Bernie Thompson, Pat Richards, Blake Austin, Luke Brooks, Aaron Woods, Robbie Farah, Keith Galloway, Kurt Sheridan, Dean Halatow, Adam Blair. And then their benches, Ava Sia Manafagai, or something like that. Sorry for the pronunciation. I still can't get that down packed, but whatever. You know who I'm talking about. And then we got Martin Tapau, Siato Sue, and James Gavay. I don't know if I have to go into too much detail on this one, because I'm just going to put out there, my prediction is a 13 plus for Cowboys. I can't see Tigers doing too much damage in the last few weeks of the comp, and it's not the coach's fault. Put it out there, it's not the coach's fault. Just look at their team lineup, see how many injuries they got in the back line. They've got a pretty much a reserve grade back line going on right now, apart from Tim Simone and Pat Richards. The rest of the guys, like Beau Thompson is a forward. Mitchell Moses is probably not ready. People keep talking him up, but just look at his defence. It's not up to scratch. Right, like against the Bulldogs, he destroyed the Bulldogs, but that was doing like anybody could have destroyed the Bulldogs at that stage. They gave him enough opportunities to score 50 tries. So yeah. Then you look at their forward pack. It's still a decent forward pack, but I think that the halves aren't strong enough either, especially up against Thurston. And we all know Louis is a decent player. He might be a piece of shit off the field, but on the field he's an okay player. I think he's good enough to beat the Tigers. And Michael Morgan just been an absolute superstar this year at fullback, up against Moses. I can't see it any other way. Cowboys beating the Tigers 13 plus really. Tamalolo played well. Matt Scott's back for them. Just everybody's hitting good form. The only people that are missing are Brent Tate, and he won't be back this year, and James Tamu, which he should be back soon possibly. I'm not sure how long he's out for the neck injury, but yeah. Whereas Tigers have got half their team out. So it's understandable that they're going to lose, I think. It's just more of a how much are they going to lose by. Sorry to Tigers fans, but I think that's just how I feel. So yeah, Cowboys 13 plus. So we can go to the Eels game, which is the final game of Super Saturday. It's at TO Stadium. It's at 8:30 PM. So I'm not sure if TO Stadium's somewhere. I don't know where that is. But yeah, if it's at 8:30, it must be in a different time zone or something like that. Otherwise, because it just seems like a weird spot for them to start the game. So there's a lot of changes for the Raiders side. We're going to go into the Eels side first, which is Jarryd Hayne at fullback, Semi-Red Raja, Will Hopoate, Ryan Morgan, Burrito Faramo or something like that. We've got Corey Norman and Chris Sandow, Tim Manor, Isaac De Goys, Fui Moime, Kenny Edwards, Tepe Moroyo or something like that. Joseph Paulo, and then bench is Penny Terapo, Paulie, Ben Smith, and Junior Paulo. The Raiders side, as follows: Jordan Rapana, Bill Tupou, Jarrod Croker, Jack White and Edrick Lee, Anthony Milford, Josh McCrone, Shannon Boyd, Glenn Buttress, Brett White, Josh Rapali, Jared Kennedy, Matt McCurrick, and then on the bench is Mitch Cornish, Joel Edwards, Dave Tills, Paul Vaughan and Mark Nichols. Now, Jordan Rapana, you may be familiar with his name, but not sure exactly who he is. I believe he was in the Toyota Cup Team of the Year, the very first year when he was at the Titans. I think he went on a mission or something. He did return at the Rugby League World Cup last year. He was the one who dropped the ball over the line when he should have scored for Cook Island or something like that. He has the potential to be a good player. Remains to be seen how good he will be, or if he will be up to scratch anyways. There's probably a reason he hasn't played first grade this year, especially with all the injuries that Raiders have had. Edrick Lee is no chance this week, I don't think. Once again, I can see, same as Tigers, Raiders they're not a good team to start off with, and they're even worse with all the injuries. 13 plus for Eels, straight up. I've got to be honest, Raiders dreadful. Sorry, Raiders fans, but they're terrible. And Eels aren't outstanding, but they're a pretty solid side, and I can see them smashing the Raiders. So yeah, like Jarrod Croker, he's a decent player, but pretty bad defensive wise. And Jack Whiten he's an okay player, but still his defensive reads aren't that great either. Like when we say one-on-one tackles. Oh, sorry, Edrick Lee is back. Sorry, Branko Lee that I'm talking about. Edrick Lee will be a big return for them. But yeah, Anthony Milford moving to 5'8", I think he'll be a speed hump, to be honest. I think I can just see Fui and Moroyo or whatever his name is. I can just see them running over the top of them all night. Just good for Eels fans, not good for Raiders fans. And then having Matt McCurrick at lock. I know they've got a lot of injuries, but isn't he? I think he's a hooker. I don't remember him being that big, but it could be a master stroke. Who knows? But he's Ricky Stewart, so I wouldn't think too much of it. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. Is Eels 13 plus. There isn't much more that can be said really. just come to end the episode or end of the video. If I predicted against your side, don't get too disheartened or anything. It's just a prediction. That's all it is. It's just an opinion. Obviously, everyone's gonna have different opinions. Yeah, if you liked it or if you enjoyed it, I should say, leave a like and subscribe to the channel and check out all my other previews as well. See you guys. Bye.